Hi, I'm Nikki from Teaching Autism and welcome to the Autism and Special Education Community Podcast. Are you an autism or special education professional? Are you a teacher or therapist looking for support and new ideas? You may even be a parent, family member or carer. This podcast is perfect to help you find out more information, support and get some of your questions answered. Hi, and welcome back to the Teaching Autism and Special Education Community Podcast. In today's episode, I am continuing the theme of distance learning while talking about ways that you can build relationships with your new students during back to school if you're still going to be doing some form of distance learning. I know for a lot of us, the new school year is still really a mystery at the moment. We're being told what may or may not happen, but there's still kind of no set ground rules yet. But I wanted to put together this podcast episode just in case you do have plans of a distance learning back to school setup and you'll still be able to build those really important relationships with your students. A lot of you have been reaching out to me lately, really worried about how you're going to be able to meet your new students and build relationships with them if you can't be in school in person with them. And trust me, I know. It's something that I've been thinking about a lot recently. Usually we would have taster days for students to come and visit, maybe they're moving, and we would go visit them in their class, school or home environment. Now, all of that looks pretty impossible right now, which means just like before, I've had to pull out my trusty Sharpie pens, some paper, and get to work on these problems and how I'm going to resolve them. There really is only one problem for this situation, and that is how can we build relationships with our students and get to know them when the possibility of distance learning is still so high. And like I've talked about so many times in the past, we really need to be working on those relationships during the first week of school, getting to know our students and having them be able to relate to us and trust us. And that is what will get them working to the best of their ability. And the fear of not being able to do that like normal can be quite overwhelming. So today I'm sharing 8 tips or ideas that I have for ways that you can still build relationships with your new students during distance learning. Also, you don't have to do these ideas in the order that I'm talking about today. You know your students best. You may do one of them, you may do all of them. It's entirely up to you. So number 1 is a group Zoom call. You all know how much I've really enjoyed using Zoom throughout distance learning, so this was just the most obvious way for me to start. A group Zoom call is perfect for being able to introduce yourself to all of your students at once. This is a great way for everyone to be able to introduce themselves to each other as well as learn about you. And I'm going to be using my conversation prompts, which I'll link in the show notes for you, as a basis for us to start conversations and get to know each other throughout the phone call and just break the ice a little bit. My plan for this is to send home an invite for a group breakfast, and we can all sit and have breakfast, eat our favourite food, drink our favourite drink, chat, get to know each other. I want to keep it really laid back and relaxed. No pressure. Students will be encouraged to talk, but nobody's going to be forced out of their comfort zone. Don't forget, this isn't just new for you, it's new for them too. Also, include your support staff and anyone else that they may see in your classroom on a regular basis. Maybe the speech therapist could drop in for 10 minutes. This is a great way for you to start building connections with your staff as well. Number 2, kind of continuing on, this is individual Zoom calls. So these ones are going to be done on an individual basis. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. First of all is where the call is just you, the teacher, and your student. The second is where the call is you and the rest of your staff in your classroom and your student. You can also have students' family members and parents involved too if you want, and if you think this will be beneficial. You can have one of these calls or a few of these calls during the lead up to back to school. Just be sure to use the time wisely. Get to know your student. What do they like? What motivates them? How do they learn best? Are they worried about anything? What are they excited about? Take notes. It is so easy to say that you'll remember everything, but trust me, when you're a few video calls in, you're gonna start mixing up who said what. So take notes, keep them together, look over this information before you meet with them next, and show them that you remember what they say, you know what they like, and form that connection and relationship with them. Number 3 are emails. So most students have emails, and if not, their family members do. So make the most of this. Send emails introducing yourself, share pictures, even a video yourself with an introduction. Ask the members of staff in your classroom to each make a quick video talking about who they are, what they like, their favourite things, and start to build connections. You can ask students to make a video in return or type an email back as well. Number 4, postcards. We love sending postcards home, and these are a great way for you to stay in touch with your students. What we've been doing is printing out Bitmoji pictures of ourselves, writing on them, laminating them, and sending them home. Get each of your staff members to do that so your students are receiving postcards from each of you. Sure, the price of stamps comes into play here, but you don't have to be doing it every day. It could be a quick hello and how you can't wait to connect with them or meet them at your online meeting on August the 10th. Just something to check in, show you care, and that you wanted to reach out and build that relationship with them. Plus, everyone loves getting something in the mail. And with the Bitmoji images, I've had so many parents message me to let me know that their children are collecting the pictures, they're playing with them, they have them on their fridge. Bitmoji is just a lot of fun and it's really popular lately. Number 5 is meet the teacher. So for a lot of us, we usually get meet the teacher night. And I love to do a meet the teacher escape room. Everyone has a lot of fun. It's a great icebreaker. But this is probably something that isn't going to happen this year. And that's okay. Just because it isn't going to happen in person doesn't mean it can't happen at all. Instead, host an online meet the teacher night. You can do a fun presentation about you, the staff in your classroom, some of the activities you have planned, and set aside time for students and their families to check in, chat with you, and with each other as well. So I'm going to be using a Meet the Teacher newsletter page to send home as well, just to talk all about me, share my interests and my hobbies with students. I'm going to email it home and ask questions to students, see if we have anything in common. Number 6 is a Getting to Know You book. So at the start of every year, one of the first activities that we do is a Getting to Know You lap book. It's always really popular, and even my students' families get excited about putting it all together. And for us, it provides us with a huge wealth of information about our students. This year, I'm printing out all of the pieces like normal, but instead of completing them in person with my students, I'm putting them into a large envelope and posting them through my students' doors. Then I'm scheduling a call where they can show off their completed lap book and they or their family members can talk about what they've drawn or written about. Again, take notes or have a member of staff take notes. You never know when something is going to be a vital piece of information down the road, like Mother's Day or Father's Day. Number 7, and let me explain myself here before you shut me down, TikTok videos. Okay, so when TikTok first started getting popular, like a while ago, I don't know, maybe a year ago, I don't even know how long it's been around. I swore I would never get sucked into that wormhole. I thought it was just for, teenagers having fun and just making goofy videos. But since lockdown, I actually found myself on the app most days just killing 5 to 10 minutes and having some mind-numbing time. So this is my decompressing time. You know when you've been busy working all day, you have 100 things flitting around your head and you're about to burst. That's when I like to find something mind-numbing to do, and TikTok provides that. But why am I talking about TikTok to you? Well, because chances are most of your students love this app and have probably been watching the videos on it recently. So use that to make a connection with them. You and your staff can make fun videos introducing yourself or using them as opportunities for students to make videos back. Start to build that connection. You're showing them that you're with the times. you're a cool teacher, and you like to have fun. And finally, number 8, online games. Load up a Zoom session and play some online games together as a class. Things like bingo, I have who has, don't say it, I spy, quizzes, anything that means you can all have fun, chat away, and get to know each other. And I'll link in the show notes to some games that I've got planned with my students. Get your students' families involved as well and start building those all-important relationships with them. So I wanted to keep today short and sweet because I know that we've all got 10,000 things that we need to be doing right now, but I think I've probably gone over the time limit again. So to finish up, I'm just going to give you a really quick recap of my 8 tips or ideas for you to use to be able to build relationships with your students during distance learning. And they are: number 1, group Zoom calls. Number 2, individual Zoom calls. Number 3, emails. Number 4, postcards. Number 5, meet the teacher. Number 6, getting to know you lap books. Number 7, TikTok videos. And number 8, online games. So don't forget to head on over to the show notes to click the links and grab those resources for you to use with your students. If you do have a spare minute, I would love for you to leave a review on the podcast and let me know what you think and any ideas you have for future episodes. I love connecting with you all, and I want to make sure that I'm providing you with the information that you want and need the most. You can also reach out to me at any time on my email or social media. You can find me Teaching Autism. Tune in next week for some ways that you can keep students engaged during distance learning. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you again soon.